Hello ladies and gentlemen and movie lovers of all kind, and I would like to start off by wishing you all a very happy new year and a warm welcome back to the channel. As always, I am your host Brett Murphy, and for today's video I actually am going to have a top 15 for you all. I am going to be counting down my top 15 most anticipated movies of 2023. So in fairly typical fashion for this channel, I will be spending the next couple of weeks celebrating the end of one year and the beginning of another. And what better way to kick things off than by counting down all of the movies we get to look forward to this year. I'm doing a top 15 because there are just so many movies to pick from. I actually even have some honorable mentions too that are movies I think we should very much so still be keeping an eye out for, but I'm just not going to get into too much detail as to why I'm excited for them like I am for the ones that actually made the top 15. Before I hop into the actual video, I just wanted to let you all know that I have an entire playlist dedicated to all of my top 5, 10, 15 type of videos. There are already plenty of videos on that playlist with many more on the way, so if top 10s are your thing, then be sure to check it out and I guarantee you'll find something you like. And so without further ado, let's hop right into things. Okay, first up as promised are my many honorable mentions, and those are Knock at the Cabin, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, The Super Mario Bros. Movie, The Marvels, Barbie, The Expendables 4, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Aquaman 2, and the untitled Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel. And now, number 15, The Exorcist Remake. We know very little about this one at all. The poster that I used was also a fan-made poster, I believe. The only thing we do know is that the movie just recently halted production for whatever reason, but that it is said to not be messing with the release date at all. Some people are going to be a bit mixed when I drop this next bit of info, but this remake is actually coming from Blumhouse and director David Gordon Green, the man responsible for the recent Halloween trilogy. Now, I know a lot of people did not like Halloween Kills, and most people didn't like Halloween Ends. However, the one thing we definitely should not forget, in my opinion, and the reason that I am so excited for this one, is that he absolutely nailed Halloween 2018. It is my second favorite Halloween movie. There are some aspects of that movie that I actually even like more than the original Halloween. So even if we maybe get multiple Exorcist remake movies, the sequels might suck, but I am confident that David Gordon Green, just like with Halloween 2018, is going to deliver at least on this first Exorcist remake. Number 14, Evil Dead Rise. So first things first, I am a massive fan of the OG Evil Dead trilogy. People are fairly mixed. Some people love it, some people are disgusted by and hate the 2013 remake, but what really is getting me pumped for this one is the fact that, from what I've heard anyway, the audience test screening scores have been through the roof. And the studio is so confident that they changed this movie from being an HBO Max only release to a full-blown theatrical release. That almost never happens. Typically, it's the opposite. If the studio is confident when it's typically a studio that meddles around in a lot of projects, I think that this is cause for excitement. Number 13, The Flash. So hear me out on this one. I know there is so much controversy surrounding this movie. Lots of people want it to be canceled, and I am not in any way, shape, or form excusing or ignoring everything that's been going on with Ezra Miller. I am talking specifically as a movie fan and as a DC fan and really as a Batman fan, because freaking Michael Keaton is coming back as Batman and Ben Affleck is also supposed to be appearing in this one. This is DC's multiverse movie. We're getting two versions of The Flash, we're getting a brand new Supergirl, like I just said, 2 Batmen in here as well, and who knows what other cameos might pop up. This is supposed to be a full reset reboot of the DC universe. Who knows how it's going to play into the future plans that James Gunn and Peter Safran are going to soon be announcing. So again, I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding this one, but from what I've heard, online chatter, rumors and leaks and so on, This movie is going to be freaking big. Andy Muschietti is a very capable director. All of the audience test scores have been so high that Warner Bros. Just flat out refuses to shelve this movie because they are so confident in how it's going to perform. So again, controversy aside, I can't help but be excited as a DC fan. Number 12, Blue Beetle. And once again, just sort of showing off my excitement as a DC fan, Blue Beetle is one of my all-time favorite DC characters, and his live-action debut on the big screen is long overdue. Another thing, going back to studio confidence, because that's what I'm relying on a lot here, because for most of the movies on this list, we don't even have a trailer. Some of them we don't even have official posters for. But what I'm hearing is that this movie is indeed still going to be a part of the new DC with James Gunn and Peter Safran, because they are so confident in this one. They are loving what they are seeing so far. The movie is delivering on everything they want to deliver on, and they are okay with this being at the forefront of the new DC. So all of that, joined by the fact that I love Blue Beetle so much as a character and I cannot wait to see him on the big screen, has me absolutely thrilled and unable to wait for opening night. Number 11, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Now, I know a lot of people are pretty much done with the Transformers franchise, at least in the live action, but truth be told, I'm not. I love the first 3 Bayformers movies, I genuinely do, and Bumblebee was a humble and lovable surprise. This one is being directed by Stephen Caple Jr., the man who brought us Creed 2, which I also very much so enjoyed. We just recently got our first trailer, and that has me even more stoked. I love the more sort of cartoonish design of the Transformers. I like the more retro look of the Autobots and Decepticons in this one, and it looks like it's going to deliver some smaller scale skirmishes, some deep character moments, some really good emotional beats, as well as the grander, more epic Transformers battles that we've come to know and love. Number 10, Killers of the Flower Moon. This one in particular has been a long time coming. It was originally slated to release in 2022. Its development has been very secretive and kind of in limbo, but all we really need to know is that it's directed by Martin Scorsese and stars Leonardo DiCaprio. That's literally all I need to know. They could drop the movie tomorrow with nothing else, no official poster, no trailer, no anything else whatsoever, and I would still be just as excited and watch it as soon as I possibly could. Number 9, Creed 3. Call me a sucker for falling for this one, because this will now be the, 9th movie in the Rocky Creed franchise, but I love Rocky. Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, and Balboa, the only 5 Rocky movies that exist, as well as Creed 1 and even Creed 2, even though some people don't like that one as much as the first Creed. I love them all and watch them constantly. What gets me so damn excited for this one is that not only is it a 3rd Creed movie, but it's Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut, and from what I've heard, the studio has been loving what they are seeing and are unbelievably confident in this movie. The first trailer wowed me. I love Jonathan Majors as an actor, and he's just getting more and more popular by the day. The movie looks like it's bringing the heart, it looks like it's bringing the punches, it looks like it's bringing the stakes, and a whole new level to the Rocky Creed mythos and franchise, as well as brand new layers to Michael B. Jordan's Adonis Creed. Number 8, Scream 6. The slasher subgenre is my favorite subgenre of horror. I love me some slashers, and to my surprise, Scream 5 or Scream 2022, whatever you want to call it, was a massive, massive, massive pleasant little treat. I did not expect to like this movie, the first Scream movie to not come from the late great Wes Craven. When I finally did go get to see it, I was blown away by how much I liked it. No, it wasn't my favorite movie of the year or anything like that, but the quality was so good. It was my favorite since the original, put it that way, which I was 1,000 million bajillion % not expecting. And now this is the first Scream movie we are going to get set out of Woodsboro. We are going straight to NYC, baby. And though we only have a little minute-long teaser trailer so far, we're getting returning cast members, some new cast members, and a whole lot more Ghostface, so you can count me in. Number 7. John Wick, Chapter 4. Oddly enough, when I left the theater after John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, one of my main complaints is that I sort of thought that could have been the end of this franchise. Just a nice, neat, perfectly packaged little trilogy. But then, of course, despite all odds and completely defying any bit of logic that we have in this known reality and world, John Wick survived once again, and we are getting a John Wick 4, and I was very unsure if this was the way to go. Not only are we getting a John Wick 4, but we're also getting a John Wick 5 as well. So I was really concerned, but now we have, what, 1 or 2 trailers for John Wick Chapter 4, and I feel I'm already eating my words because this movie looks damn good. The same typical slick, stylish, quick, beautiful action, new, bigger stars, a deeper dive into this criminal underworld, and of course, more Keanu Reeves, because you can never have enough Keanu Reeves. Number 6. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It's a new Indiana Jones movie. Who would have thought in 2023 we'd be getting a new Indiana Jones movie when Harrison Ford is gonna be like 80-something? Nevertheless, after Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, a lot of people were just okay with the franchise being done. We had a solid trilogy, and then some people are very mixed. Most people don't love Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but some people have a soft spot for it, and that's totally okay too. However, this is the first one not to be directed by Steven Spielberg, which raised a lot of alarms. Again, Harrison Ford's age was brought into question. A lot of people were just really unsure about this one existing to begin with, but then we found out that director James Mangold, the man who brought us movies like Logan, Ford v Ferrari, and 3:10 to Yuma, would be at the helm of this one, and now we have our first official trailer, and I couldn't possibly be more excited. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Indiana Jones is back, and I cannot freaking wait. It gave me all the right vibes, all the right feels. When that score started to kick in and everything, I started squealing like a little child. Just get me to opening night already. Are you looking for the perfect gift for the movie lover in your life, or maybe you just want to treat yourself? Then look no further than the most unique piece of movie art you could possibly have with Movie Palette. Visit moviepalette.com right now and use code BAM15 at the checkout for 15% off your order. And now, back to the video. Number 5. Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse is one of my favorite animated movies of all time. It is among my favorite Spider-Man movies, one of my favorite comic books / superhero movies. I just absolutely freaking love it. So when they announced that we were getting not 1 but 2 sequels, I was through the roof and up over the moon excited. Then we started getting lots of leaks, lots of rumors of who could be appearing in this new Spider-Verse movie, and now we have our first trailer, and we are going to have more Spider people on screen than ever before, of any medium, I think. There are so many Spider people on the screen at once. This looks to be like chaotic, beautiful, vibrant, colorful, exciting, thrilling, daring, epic, emotional fun, and I just simply cannot wait to get to see this one and then see what they set up for the third and I'm assuming final feature, which is going to be Beyond the Spider-Verse. Number 4. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. As most of us know by now, the only little few things we know about this movie are that it is James Gunn's last movie with Marvel Studios, and that it is going to be the end of the line for some of our Guardians. This first trailer looks incredibly promising, and I'm willing to bet that they are going to deliver on everything. I am always game for another adventure with our favorite Guardians. It looks like we are going to be getting some of the most stunning visuals in the MCU yet. We have Will Poulter's Adam Warlock, and of course, it seems like we are going to be leaving the theater in tears, and as depressing as that sounds, I am looking forward to it because You know, the MCU's been kind of in a funk for a lot of people lately, but I think that this one is going to bring everyone back and remind us why we love the MCU so much. Number 3, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Well, that title is a mouthful and a half to say, but all I have to say about this one is that man, oh man, Tom Cruise has still got it. If they can maintain the quality that they have been on, because this franchise has just come back from the dead and been on a massive hot streak with Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and Fallout, which is my favorite and one of my favorite action movies possibly of all time. So if they can keep up that level of quality, which based on the first trailer, it very much so appears like they are going to, then I will take Part 2, Part 3, Part 17. As long as Tom Cruise is willing to continue doing this, then I am willing to go to the theater and see me some more Mission Impossible. Number 2, Oppenheimer. Well, not much explanation is needed for this one. Christopher Nolan is my all-time favorite director. I am always going to be there opening night for whatever he puts out. This cast is unbelievably freaking stacked, and we are going to be seeing the whole entire journey of the creation of the first atom bomb. Though I don't love Nolan's last true story being Dunkirk, from what we've seen from this trailer so far, it looks to be one of his most ambitious and beautiful, touching but also very surreal and kind of terrifying movies yet. One way or another, we can all guarantee that Nolan is going to deliver. Number 1, Dune Part 2. So really, I could have swapped around pretty much any of these top 4 or 5, and I would have been just as satisfied with my final list. The reason, though, that Dune Part 2 ends up in this number 1 spot is because the first Dune was my second favorite movie of 2021. The only reason it ended up in the second place spot is because a little movie called Spider-Man No Way Home also happened to come out at the tail end of that year that at the last second stole away that top spot. Look, I love Denis Villeneuve as a director. The guy does not miss, in my opinion. He has a fantastic track record with sequels because he's the man that gave us Blade Runner 2049, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. Much of the cast is returning for the sequel. I felt they all delivered in the first one, and we have some massive new additions joining the team as well, like Austin Butler and Florence Pugh. I am genuinely hoping that Denis gets to do as many Dune movies as he wants. He can do the entire damn book series for all I care. As long as they keep coming out like the first Dune did, then you can 1,000,000,000% count me in, because I will be there for every single one opening night. But you know what? Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's just celebrate that this is the year that we are finally getting Dune Part 2. So that is all for today's video, folks. Be sure to let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with my picks. While you're at it, don't forget to let me know what your most anticipated movies of 2023 are. If you're a movie lover whatsoever, then my channel is the place to be for you. Be it top 10 or 15s like this one, versus videos, ranking videos, tier videos, I have it all and so much more, with a backlog of already 600 plus videos on the channel and many more on the way each and every single week. So if you enjoyed this particular video, then be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if any of that sounds like it's right for you and you want to see more from me, then smash that subscribe button right now. While you're at it, don't forget to ring that little bell icon. That way you can be notified about all of my latest uploads. And as always, stay safe. Thank you so much for watching, and that's a wrap. Hey you, yeah you, if you made it this far, just know I appreciate you. And while you're here, consider hitting that subscribe button.